What's going on, guys? For today's video, I finally have my long-awaited room tour video. I told you guys once I get back to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to be doing the room tour video. We just hit 1,000 subscribers again, so thank you guys all so much. I appreciate all the support so we can finally get into the room tour video. Alright, so I'm editing this right now and somehow I forgot to mention a very important part of this video. Believe it or not, I actually sold about half of my Supreme collection, so I actually had way more stuff than this. Pretty much every single accessory and every single skateboard that they made from 2016 all the way up until 2023. Literally, if there was an accessory, I had it. As long as it wasn't like the $10,000, $5,000 accessories, all like the things under $1,000, I had every single one of them. But then I kind of realized I didn't need it all, even though I am still hoarding a ton of stuff. I realized I didn't need it all, so I sold off about half of the collection, maybe a little bit less than half, but pretty close to half. Unfortunately, by the time I got around to making the video, half of the collection was already gone. But like before I sold it all, I actually like recorded a video of like, I want to say maybe like 90 or so % of the stuff that I had before I sold it all, just so like I had it on document that I did have those things. I felt like maybe eventually down the line I could make a video on it. So if that's something you want to see, let me know in the comments down below, because I got a whole video too where we could go over like in depth majority of the Supreme collection that I had at one point. But yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this one. So this is my office space. I shoot my Supreme live cops in here, all my like get ready with me. All this stuff happens in here. So I wanted a really cool background and just all my stuff is finally in here because I've been collecting Supreme since, I don't even know now. I think like maybe 2014, 2015 is kind of when I got into it. Then if you've been watching the channel, in 2017, I moved out of my mom's house and I was still making videos when I lived in Florida. But ever since then, my stuff has been packed up into a box. And yes, it's 2024 and I just now finally unpacked all of my stuff. I'm the busiest person I know, so it took a really long time to unpack all of my things, get them set up how I wanted to, and now we're finally here. This is the first time ever in my life too I had a big enough space to kind of display all of my stuff. That's kind of why I went all out, because I'm what you call a maximalist. I think that's the right word. Is that the right word? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm one of those. So I have a lot of random things. I also have that like disease or whatever it's called, to where when you didn't have much when you were a kid, now that you're an adult and have money, you spend all the money on the stuff you wanted when you were a kid. I think I said that right. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. It's some sort of disorder. I have it. But let's just get right into the video, because now I can finally, after all these years, show you guys what has been in the background of my videos. So starting off, I guess I'll go with my favorite thing in the entire room, surprisingly, is this Supreme little like sticker box thing. I don't really know what you want to call this. It's like a statue of some sort. It's completely hollow. It looks like a bunch of different stickers, but it has my Stussy boot on it, and I love cowboy stuff, and I just put a couple books on there. So this is actually my favorite part of the room. I'm also not going to be going in depth for every single item. This is just my favorite part of the room, so had to go crazy on this little section of the video. So like I said, favorite part right here, just love the cowboy boot, love the sticker. Thought that was a super sick idea, and they snapped on that. So moving around, we got the Rolling Stones board. This is a super limited one. I love collecting the vintage Rolling Stone shirts. And then I love Dennis Rodman. You'll see later on, I have so much Rodman stuff. I got more skateboards hanging up because I collect so many skateboards. I've been collecting skateboards since I think I was like 12 or 13. So now I finally have a place to hang them, so I'm hanging some of them up. Like here's one hidden back. This is the Supreme Futura in the back. Here's some of my shoes. I don't really collect shoes too much anymore, but these are just some of my like, I don't really know what this is, I guess. I guess this is some just like some boots. I don't know, they're just over here. Then we got some Funkos, as well as like some other random things. I'm gonna give me some better close-ups of those as well. That's just like my little random section. And then before you comment anything, I know that this space is empty. I haven't fully got everything I wanted in there. I actually have some stuff in the closet I still have to open, but I wanted to hurry up and make this video because I'm already almost to 1,100 subscribers now. So I wanted to hurry up and upload this because I did promise you guys at 1,000. Yes, this is gonna be empty right here, but just ignore that. It will probably be filled within a couple of weeks. But here's more of my Funkos. Now I know I just said I don't really collect too many Funkos, but these are just the ones I originally had. Obviously I got all the Blink ones, Lil Wayne, because they're my favorite. And shout out to Oogie. You're gonna see a lot of Oogie stuff. I just love that guy. Here are some other just random things. There's not really too much on this shelf. If I had to honestly say, this is probably my least favorite shelf of the whole room. So that's kind of why I just threw all this into here, except the chopped cheese is here, and that's my favorite item, so I had to throw that there. Then moving down, we have my clothing rack. This is just more of my like heavy stuff. So I put all my hoodies up here. This is also like where you see me shoot my get readies with me is in this corner right here, and like all my other videos. But I got this rack on Amazon. I know I pretty much get a comment on like every other video where I got the rack from. The rack is from Amazon, so if you are interested in the rack, I'll try to find the exact rack, if not a similar one, and I'll put it in the description down below, so you can check that out if you're interested in the rack, because like I said, a lot of people ask me about that. Got some more skateboards hanging up back there. Then there's just two random things that just hung up. That's just a Lil Peep comic book from the music video, and just a random Murakami thing. And then here here with the room is where it gets crazy. Now here's my big display. I tried getting like this pattern going where I'd have like a cabinet, a glass thing, a cabinet, a glass thing, a cabinet. At first I really wanted this to be like extremely organized, like all my Rodman stuff here, all like my figures here, and it just didn't work out because there was just too much stuff. So I kind of just threw everything in where it could fit. And like I said, I'm not going to talk about every single item because that would probably be like a 6-hour long video. So I guess I'll just show off some of my favorite items like on each shelf. Yeah, I guess I'll just do that. That sounds like a good idea. So at the top up here, I got some cool like random little peep cards, and then I think the Grimace thing's probably my favorite up here. That was the Cactus Plant Flea Market. Then here's my actual favorite Supreme accessory of all time. This is the Gonz ball. I just love Mark Gonzalez. He's one of my actual like goes. I love Mark Gonzalez. So obviously I had to get the Gonz ball. That sent me back a lot of money. That's actually one of Supreme's most faked items, so that was very hard to track down. I had to go through a bunch of sources. Next up, I got the Dennis Rodman sign ball right here from like 2011, I believe, and then a Palace basketball. Me and my friend Brandon were really big into collecting basketballs, so I have a ton. I sold a bunch of them. There's the Supreme one there from earlier, but I sold a bunch of them. Still got a lot of them left. Something about basketballs is so cool. Like I love rugs. I love basketballs. I've never even shot a basketball in my life. And here's my Dennis Rodman shrine because I love Rodman. Another one of my goats. I got an autographed one by him as well. Just some other random things there. Then here, moving down is just, this is primarily like a Supreme collection, I guess, now starting. There are a mixture of other things like some Funkos in there, as well as like a bear brick and things like that. Shout out to this bear right here. That was really expensive for no reason, but I always thought that was cool. What else right here? I got a lot of the Zippos. I think I have like every Zippo they ever made too, so you'll see a lot of those randomly in the wall. Moving down, I got the Cause cereal, got the Crow Kubrick, I believe that's what that is. There's like some random Palace and other things, and then a Mischief money. I don't remember what currency that is, but it's one of the blurry money things. I know a lot of people talk about those. At the bottom, I'd say my favorite thing right here. You can't really see it because it looks like this fan kind of fell, but it's the Stussy pool set. I thought that was a really cool accessory. And yeah, there's just a bunch of stuff to look at. Like I said, it would take all day if I try to go through all this. So we're just gonna move our way down. More just plush. I love plush for no apparent reason. Just something about plush is so cool. So I have a lot of them. Then originally when I got these glass cases, I was actually putting in all my like Grail shoes that I loved the most. But after so many years, I kind of got out of sneakers, to be honest, so I sold most of them. I don't know, I just don't really care about shoes like I used to anymore. So I don't have many shoes in here. I mean, there are a couple, but now the shoes in here, besides the Grinches, aren't really anything crazy. They're just something that's like sentimental to me. So that's why they're in here. Besides the Grinches though, that's just one of my favorite shoes of all time. That actually has value, so that does belong here in my opinion. Kind of goes against everything I just said. But so I just threw in some random like knickknacks that would kind of not really go with it, but kind of fit it. Here's my like skate one right here. I got the Baker 3 VHS and like some other random things. The Lost and Found boxes in there too, because that originally was my Lost and Found section when I had a bunch of pairs of them. Then I got this little what's it called, the Pear phone from iCarly. I got that in there too. That's probably the coolest thing in here, to be honest. Moving our way down, we got the Drake Air Forces. I just thought that was so cool. I love how it came with the book. Like I said, those aren't worth anything, but had to throw them in there. Put some other Drake accessories in there as well. There's a little Peep movie in there that makes no sense, but just threw that in there. Then on the black shelf, we got the what are these, the LeBron Time Machine. Now I don't hoop, have never hooped in my life, but this shoe to me is like one of my favorite shoes of all time. No idea why. It just looks so sick. They're pretty new. They're not really worth much, but had to throw them in there because something about that shoe is just so beautiful to me. Into the middle cabinet, starting at the top, I do got the whole very expensive for no reason Cause cereal collection. That wasn't the cereal you could go get at like Walmart or whatever. You had to get that from his website, and it was super expensive. Actually, I guess lastly, I do want to say this little Uzi figure. That's a really cool figure. You don't really see that too often. Then I got some Darwins up here because shout out to Dennis Rodman. Had to get the Supreme one as well. More Rodman stuff. I guess the Hot Wheels is probably my favorite thing on there, and just more random accessories of all the brands. There's literally like all brands you're gonna see in here. More Rodman stuff. As you could tell, I could not keep the Rodman stuff together because there was just way too much. Got like his bear brick, some other random like figures and starting lineup. It's like Barbie when he married himself, and then his other figure back there. But there's really cool bull statue as well to kind of just tie it in all together. We got more just random accessories. Oh, I guess there's even some more Rodman stuff in here as well. Moving our way down, just more things that would just fit into these shelves. I really like this snowman snow globe. I thought that was really cool. We got the Chucky, probably one of the coolest accessories of all time in my opinion. I have no idea how that thing doesn't really resell. That is like so sick to me. I guess no one else is feeling it like me. This Palace dog toy, had to throw it in the Supreme dog bowl. Then we got this grill in case I ever want to cook myself some meals. I got this down here with the Supreme wire cutters, I think those are, not for sure. And then moving along, we got some more plush up here, another Cactus Plant plush. as well as a couple more bear bricks. Actually, just one more bear brick. I don't know why I thought that was two. Then we move inside the glass case. I know these shoes are like pretty much virtually worthless, but shout out to my boy Gino. He got me these for Christmas a couple years ago, and I had to get these because for those of you that don't know, pretty much my main source of income is selling online. I've pretty much been doing that since I was 12 years old. Might go to jail for even saying that, but I've been selling on eBay for a very long time, so I had to throw those in here, as well as this like really cool picture of Peep. Just wanted to shout that out. Rest in peace to Peep. He was my favorite. I got tons of Peep tattoos. You've seen so much Peep stuff in here. We got more just random music stuff as well as Supreme stuff in here. We got the Supreme burner phone. Then we got the 218. I'm from Michigan, obviously, and this was just a huge shoe for all of us Michiganders that are into streetwear and sneakers and things like that. This was just so sick that 218 got a shoe, so shout out to Roast Pit. Love that shoe. Never wore it, but I had to put it in the case. Then moving down below, we got one of the first shoes that ever got me into sneakers when I was in high school. This is a LeBron South Beach. This is the retroed one though. This is not the old one. These just came out, I think, in like maybe like 2020, 2021 or something. So had to pick those up, threw them in the case because that's another shoe that's just sentimental value to me. Now to the last cabinet, we got a ton more plush up here with some calls and just random Pokemon figures. Snorlax is my favorite, so we got the Munchlax. This reminds me of my mom's dog, so had to get that too. I love that. Then we got more basketballs right here. We got a vintage Dare one. That's a Rodman one, and then a Revenge one as well. I don't really have too much Revenge in the collection, but it's a pink basketball, so I had to get that. Here's my little like semi McDonald's shrine. I just thought it's so cool that McDonald's collabs with all of these brands. I think it's a really cool idea, and really no one's really doing it like that. So every time they do that, I throw it on here. And yes, I know not all this stuff is from the collabs, but there are some other random things in there as well. Most of them are from the collabs though. And there's the FTP bear hanging out back there because he couldn't fit anywhere else. Onto this bigger side right here. I'd say this is the coolest thing right here. It's the, what's this guy's name? The Pillsbury Doughboy, is that what his name is? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got the cookie jar. That's a really cool item. And then just more Supreme things in there. Just a ton more Supreme accessories. I guess it's really Supreme heavy over here. This light's really cool too. This is like the only lamp I have of them that's not plugged in, but I thought it looked so cool. I threw the beanie that has him on it on top of him. Next level marketing right there. Then down here we got a Stussy cutting board, a Gap Palace. That was a cool collab. Plush, and then some more just random things. That was a Raising Cane's Post Malone stuff. I just love when these restaurants collab with like people or brands. Something about that is so cool to me. Every time it happens, I buy it and it ends up on these shelves. Then in the last shelf, we got the IKEA Virgil bag, and I put Snorlax in here because I love Snorlax. We got a Hello Kitty Lil Peep. Random like Dennis Rodman and Lil Peep cards are in here, as well as the Supreme books are down there as well, and just random things that would fit in there. Then over here, there's not really too much to talk about on this side of the room, but we got my 3 favorite decks because they're Supreme and they're pink. Got those hanging up. This is like an older Supreme picture. I believe this is from 2015. Got the Supreme bamboo curtain. That was so expensive. I kind of wish I never bought that. That's right there though. It looks really cool. I've had that for like 5+ years, and I just now got to hang it up on the wall. Then here is my desk where I do all of my editing and stuff. Here's my laptop right there. And just another Supreme lamp and another Supreme lamp over here. I got 2 of them. Then on my chair, I got the Supreme, what is it? It's like it has a certain name to it. I can't think of it right now, but it's like a blanket, as well as a Supreme pillow on there. I don't really use it when I sit there, but it's just for looks. And then over here, this is where I do all of my shipping, because I said I primarily sell online, so I do most of my shipping right here. And I also forgot to mention about the Supreme lantern over there in the corner. But then we got some more Supreme decks hanging up. We got the Blimp. We also got my brand Sudden, those decks hanging up as well. And then me and my friend Joey actually went to Virgil's museum way back in the day. I don't even remember what year that was. Oh, 2019. And then I also went to the one in New York. So these are from the Chicago and New York. So it's a really cool museum. So I had to put all of my souvenirs into one little area. I really like that part. It's actually probably one of my favorite things in my room, to be honest. Then here's my Oogie Boogie shrine. And yes, I'm in my late 20s and love Oogie Boogie like that. That's just one of my favorite movies of all time. So you can hate in the comments all you want about that. We got Sunday riding the Tesla Cybertruck right here on top of another Supreme blanket. Then we got another Squishmallow inside of my Supreme basketball hoop. I'm not going to open up the closet because there's literally just like a ton of shoes in there that I'm selling. It's probably just like a couple hundred Nike SB random shoes. You guys don't want to see that. It's just in there. And then for the final part of the room, we have where I put all my sneakers. Now, like I said, I'm not really into shoes anymore. Yes, there is some hype things in there because I refuse to let go of anything that has to do with Virgil. Because rest in peace to Virgil. As you can see, I'm still not taking his death very well. So I'm refusing to part ways with any of the Virgil stuff. And then I just have random shoes, again, that have sentimental value to me. Like specifically these 2 right here. But most of it's just like random Adidas. I've already made a video about my top 5 favorite shoes, so there's really no need to. But if we're talking hype, we got the Off-White 4s, the Off-White 5s, more Blazer Off-Whites, some Union 4s, as well as the Tiffany Dunks. Other than that, it's literally just like random Adidas shoes. Nothing too crazy at all. But I do put some books up here. There's like a Virgil book, a Cause book, a few Supreme magazines up top, and then this giant cigarette. I had to put that up there too. So if you know me, you know. And then I guess the last thing in the room would be the Supreme stool. I can reach the shoes, but you know, just in case one day I'm feeling it's too high. I just got to get up here so I can reach everything like this. I sold my ladder years ago, and actually one of my biggest regrets of hype beast items I've ever sold. So I need to rebuy that, even though it's probably like triple the price of what I paid. I mean, triple the price from what I sold it for a few years ago. So I somehow forgot to mention the keep off rug. This is the IKEA Virgil Abloh rug. Shout out to my friend Joey. We camped out like 12 hours just to get this thing. Somehow when I was filming the video though, I forgot to mention this, but yeah, this is the IKEA Virgil keep off rug. So that was my entire room tour video. I appreciate every single one of you guys. I know you've been asking for it for a really long time, and I finally got to 1K subscribers again, so I had to deliver the video. I know I said it like 4 times in the video already, but you guys don't understand how much the support means to me. I appreciate it so much. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below which part of the room was your favorite. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I will put some links to some of the items because I know people ask about the racks as well as the cabinets and things like that. For the things I can find that like aren't hypebeast related, I'll leave links in the description down below if you want to check those out and purchase them for yourself. Again, thank you guys so much for the support. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll catch you in the next one. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys later. I'm out.